Utopia on TalkShoe, and now welcome to Draft Utopia on Restream. Chris Ransom here. We will have the live picks as they come in. I will screen share the picks as they come in, but yeah, right now we don't know what's happening. The Wizards are on the clock. Trae Young, Trey Johnson, Sarr, Anthony Davis. I expect this to be AJ Dybantsa here to go first overall. I would be shocked if he wasn't the first pick, but they are just, why does the Washington Wizards draft headquarters look like a CIA room? I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Lighten up, it's a joke. I know it wasn't very funny, but it's a joke. Yeah, and you got Calipari on the phone in the background at the NBA draft. Yeah, Calipari's on the... I think he realizes he's in the background, but he's on the phone. Is he trying... is he talking to a GM about a cuff? And his impeccable character? But yes, AJ Dybantsa is the #1 pick. All right. Now that we know who's going #1, yeah. All right. So we now know what's going to happen. AJ Dybantsa has been confirmed as the #1 pick according to leaks on the internet. So it's possible that he's not #1, but Legion Hoops is basically saying he's already been confirmed. Legion Hoops has already leaked the pick, so Hoops Nation has leaked the pick. Hoops Central has leaked the pick. Courtside Heat has leaked the pick. Yeah, I sound like someone who's ratting out the names of all the enemies of the CIA. With all these leaks I'm reading from NBA Retweet. Squish cultures. But yes, AJ Dybantsa goes #1. Also going to load our NBA Draft Simulator. And we now know AJ Dybantsa is a Washington Wizard. So, and the Jazz are on the clock at #2. I am expecting the Utah Jazz to pick Darren Peterson. So, but now you're going to have Trae Young, Keyshawn George, Bilal. You're going to have AJ Dybantsa. See, ESPN, they're trying to build up the suspense. And they don't do this with the NFL draft. But the NBA, they pay for the NBA finals. The NBA is like their favorite child. So, obviously, they're going to build up the suspense for that reason alone. Because the NBA is like their child. Favorite child. So, you know. So, first pick is AJ Dibansa. And let's see if the Utah Jazz have leaked their pick yet. And AJ Dibansa is the first pick. It is Cameron Boozer. Cameron Boozer is the number 2 pick. Joey is 2 for 2 so far on the year. But yes, the Utah Jazz are taking Cameron Boozer at number 2. It is Darren Peterson. So Peterson is the pick. I don't have to change anything. All right. Darren Peterson's the number 2 pick in the draft. Another A-plus grade here because now you have Peterson. Baisley's your shooting guard. Markkanen's your small forward. Jared Jackson, Walker Kessler. So, yeah. And we'll share this tab. Darren Peterson is a member of the Utah Jazz. So that is official, folks. And I'm expecting Boozer to come off the board at 3 now. Let's see who's leaking number 3. This was a mock draft. Jake Seidel, Jake the coach. This was a mock draft. Yeah, and now they've got Lisa Salters. And Peterson's going to be a Utah Jazz member, but So yes, everybody, Peterson, we don't know what's happening yet at number 3, but you know, we do know that Peterson, I think Peterson and I think Darren Peterson and AJ Dibansa are both going to make Utah and Washington more competitive this year because both those teams now have the starting fives to push for a spot. And the Heat have 3 good starters. They don't have a good starting 5 still. And they gave up all those assets for Giannis. So Peterson's going second. NBA is just ESPN is trying to slow play this. So, yes. I'd be shocked if it wasn't Cam Boozer. Is Emmanuel here yet? The draft has gone as expected, though. Let's update the picks in the chat room while we're waiting for Emmanuel to get here. Let's go in. Let's update the picks in the chat room. There we go. Now it's perfect because Dibansa and Peterson have been officially confirmed. Boozer. It's Boozer. So Boozer's going third. All right, so, and now we know Cameron Boozer's going to be the third pick in the draft. John Morant, Cedric Coward, Jalen Wells, Cameron Boozer, Zach Edey. Memphis is also going to have that starting 5 to where they will be able to compete right out of the gate. And yes, the Memphis Grizzlies, they're on the clock here, and they're going to take Cameron Boozer. So, looking at the draft simulator here, no, Dibansa went number 1 to the Wizards. The Utah Jazz took Darren Peterson at 2, and then the Memphis Grizzlies. So this draft has gone exactly as I expected it to. And Emmanuel Watson, he'll be here when he can get here. The Chicago Bulls. I think I'm going to put this back here, this scoreboard background. I like having it in the background, so yeah. I'm going to put that there. You can see me typing picks on the site. You can see all this other stuff. But yes, we're here. iPad's at 97% on TalkShoe, and the first 3 picks are already in. So, yes. And I don't know when we're going to be live. But yeah. I'd be shocked if it wasn't Caleb Wilson. I'd be very shocked. Yeah, you got Cameron Boozer and Carlos Boozer. So, sources telling me it is Caleb Wilson. I'm going to wait for someone else. Caleb Wilson is officially a Chicago Bull. All right, so, okay. I'm going to wait for one more person. So that is officially official, folks. So, yeah, and Caleb Wilson is a Bull. I don't know who's going 5th, but I do know we have the top 4 picks in order, and Caleb Wilson is going to be the 4th pick in the draft. So everything's going according to schedule so far. Yeah, the Bulls, like this, the people haven't really posted anything yet. Yeah, so we're waiting because they're still interviewing Cameron Boozer, and the Bulls pick is in, but no, because there's so much traffic on X right now. I think that is affecting everything. Is Emmanuel here yet? But yeah, Caleb Wilson will give the Bulls that 5th starter to round out their starting 5. Everybody's taken who they're expected to take. Keaton Wagler is the 5th pick. I'm waiting for a second source to confirm that. Yeah, only one source is saying it's Wagler. And it is Wagler. So Wagler, who I mocked at number 5. So we're 5 for 5. I think I had the most accurate NBA mock in 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020. And then I think it may have ended in 2021. And then I think the streak ended in 22. It ended in 22 or 23. I don't remember which year it ended in. But we had a heck of a streak. And then, but yeah, that is officially official. Let me just copy and paste, though. All right, so, and I'm also got to type Keaton Wagler into the news ticker. Multiple news tickers, by the way. So, yes. I think I started 7 for 7 in a mock draft one time, and that was in the 2014 NHL entry draft. But, you know, if Brooklyn takes Kingston Flemings here and a Cuff goes 7th, I don't think that's going to happen, but if it does, so again, so Wagler is going 5th overall, and yeah, so Wagler, and then back to the draft simulator here. The Clippers are in fact taking Wagler, so everybody's went with their expected picks. Flemings can defend. A Cuff might be the best scorer, but Flemings is the best defender of these point guards, and it's not even close. Brown and a Cuff are not good defenders, and Flemings is an amazing defender. So this is a no-brainer pick for Brooklyn at number 6, in my opinion. But, you know, this is, yeah, so 5 for 5 to start. We got the top 5 correct. That was not a surprise. Yeah, Wagler. I'm looking here to see what we have from the Brooklyn Nets. I think the pick has been leaked by now. So, I mean, Buffalo got number 4, San Jose got number 9. I am waiting to see what we got here from Brooklyn. I'd imagine the pick has been leaked by now. It is Mikael Brown Jr. out of Louisville. Um, this is probably the first pick that's not going to get an A plus from me. I'm going to give it an A minus, but Mikael Brown Jr. is a significantly worse defender than, significantly worse. So Mikael Brown Jr. goes 6. That's our first big surprise of the night. All right, so we got the pick in. Mikel Brown Jr. is the selection here. And this is getting an A minus simply because I think a cuff and oops. Hold on, I gotta reload the simulator now. So yeah, Mikel Brown Jr. is a Brooklyn Net. Darius Cuff Jr. is the 7th pick in the draft. Let me copy and paste the write-up here. I probably am going to give the Kings an A plus here because I had Cuff going to Sacramento at 7. So I've gotten 6 of the top 7 picks correct. Just give me a second here to get this pick up on the site. It is starting to pick up. Okay, I'll admit it is starting to pick up. Things are starting to pick up. We went from holy crap. We were at 97% after the first 3 picks came in. We're already down to 81% on the iPad. But yeah, and now we're going to go back to the simulator here. Share this tab, and Darius Cuff is a king at 7. And let's find out what the Hawks are going to do at number 8. This is probably the best start I've had. I'm rewinding it. I want to pull up the thing one more time. Yep, that's why they made the comp. Kingston Flemings. Kingston Flemings. Kingston Flemings goes 8th. So that is the pick. It has been confirmed. That is the pick. So everybody, we had the top 8 correct. We had the top 8 players. We just didn't have 6 and 8 correct. But we had the top 8 players. So we had the top 8 players correct. We just got 6 and 8 wrong. But still, to have 6 first-round picks in the top 8 correct. All right, so Kingston Flemings. And now we're going to go back to the stream here. We'll update a few picks here. There is a lot of conflicting data with the Mavericks at number 9. Emmanuel will be here in 5 minutes, folks, so... But yeah, I'm just like... Emmanuel's here. All right. I'll add you to the stream, Emmanuel. Welcome.
Yeah. What's up? What's up, Chris?
So the Hawks took Flemings. We're waiting for the Mavericks. I think it's Mara, but there's a lot of curveballs. People are saying Ament. People are saying Burries. People are saying there's a lot of curveballs with the Mavericks at number 9. I have no idea what they're going to do.
Now, Chris, I have a thought on this so far in the draft.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken, there has been no trades, correct?
No trades. That is correct.
Okay, if that's the case, I'm assuming there's going to be more trades outside the lottery.
Yeah. It's crazy. We had 2 teams trade away top 10 picks in the NHL draft today. The Sharks got number 9 from the Ottawa Senators. They traded William Eklund, who they took 7th overall in 2021 for the 9th pick from Ottawa, who got that in the Florida trade. And then the Blackhawks traded 4 away too. So we've had 2 NHL draft trades in the top 10 today. We haven't had a single trade in the NBA draft yet. Absolute insanity. I did not have this on my bingo card.
Not only that, you got Dustin May, former Michigan head coach, coaching in Dallas. Could he take his player from Michigan at number 9?
Is he gonna? He could take Lendeborg if they wanted an upgrade over the power forward they have. He could also go with Mara because right now Derek Lively out of Duke's the starting center for the Mavericks, and I just don't think he's the long-term answer. He went from 10 points a game as a rookie to 8.6 in year 2 to only 4 this past season. So I think that's a guy you have to replace. If you think Kyrie Irving can come back at full health next year, that might be the guy you have to replace.
Yeah.
Morris Johnson out of Michigan. They did take a Michigan player. It's not the one I expected them to take, though. And I would argue he's Michigan's 3rd best prospect, but he has versatility to play 3 different positions. He's played the 3, he's played the 4, he's played the 5. I don't think he'll play the 5 in the NBA, but when Mara was injured, he did start at the 5. So I do think that's interesting, though.
Yeah.
I'm going to list him as a power forward in this because I had him as a small forward in the simulator, but I had him as a power forward in the mock. And I think the Mavericks are keeping Flag at the 3. So.
Yeah.
Right now, they have P.J. Washington at power forward, Flag, Max Christie, Kyrie Irving, and they need that center to complete the starting 5.
Yeah.
The fact they took Morris Johnson tells me Washington's on his way out because I think he's in the last year of a contract too.
Yeah. No. To your point, the Mavs did say they're going to put P.J. Washington on the trade block. No, that's to your point. That's number 1. Also, they have Klay Thompson on the trade block as well, and I believe Daniel Gafford. Those are the 3 guys Dallas is willing to move in terms of putting on the trade block. Chris, to your point, and everything. So yeah, we'll see what Dallas is going to do. I know they have some decisions to make. I hope Daniel Gafford gets traded to the Lakers. You know what I'm saying, for the 25th pick and probably Jared Vanderbilt. Ideally, I would love that to happen, but I mean, we'll see.
Yeah, I'm not sure what grade I'm going to give this pick because I think the worst grade I could give it just depends. I had him at 17 on my board, so that would be 9 through 11 would be out of the A range. 12 through 14 would be out of the B range. That would be a C minus, but I don't think it's a C minus type pick. I mean, I don't know. I think Morris Johnson's too talented to give the Mavs a C minus, and he's got his coach from Michigan with him. So I don't know what I would do here in this situation.
How tall is he? I'm trying to figure out. Is he like 6'8", 6'9"?
I'll go back to the simulator for a second here, and
Yeah.
but yes, that is the official pick. 6'9", 251. Play the 3 at Michigan. Will play the 4 in the NBA most likely, and probably replace PJ Washington if I had to guess.
Yeah, I agree.
That is probably why they made the pick. Now, I'm going to give it a B minus because if we're just going on value alone, it's a C minus, and if we're just going on the Mavs wanting to take a Michigan player, it's an A minus because I think they took the third best of the trio. So I'm going to be nice and give them a B minus, but it is a reach.
Yeah. Milwaukee got the 10th and 13th pick, so I'm curious who they're going to get in these. You know what I'm saying? In these.
Yeah.
I'm curious who they're going to get. To be honest with you. Hey, Chris, should I try to bring?
Yeah, if you got some people that want to come on, bring them on.
Okay. Hold on. Yeah, I'm gonna try to invite Tone or Sean. Let me see if I can try to
And I'm going to update the ticker here because you see there's a ticker with all the picks on our stream here. So 9 Dal M Johnson Jr. Yeah, I use abbreviations because you only have 1,000 characters on Restream. So yeah, while you do get all the full letters, full names on the site, you only get the abbreviations here. And yeah, I did have Braden Burries to the Bucks for the longest time, but I changed the pick to Lendeborg today because here's the thing: Kyle Kuzma's 31. He's in the final year of his contract, and logistically, you can get Burries at 13. I don't think the Warriors at 11 or number 12 Thunder is going to take Burries. So I would get Lendeborg because if you don't, Thunder are probably going to take him at 12. And it is Braden Burries. Okay. Braden Burries is officially the 10th pick in the draft. I'd be, if I had stuck with Braden, well, technically I did have Braden Burries to the Bucks. So I wasn't wrong. I think I'm like 8 for 10. I mean, this draft has been, I probably will give the Bucks an A+ here because I thought this could have gone either way. I was looking at Burries. I was looking at, I did change it to Lendeborg this morning, but I was debating whether to stick with it. And they could still get, but they traded both Giannis and
I wonder if they're gonna get Lendeborg if Milwaukee does.
Milwaukee's going with Braden Burries at 10. I'm wondering what they're going to do at 13 though. But both of Milwaukee's shooting guards have player options. Gary Harris and I believe George. Both of them have player options to opt out of the contract. Kevin Porter Jr. and Gary Trent Jr., they both have player options to opt out of the contract with the Milwaukee Bucks. And that's the thing. If both Kevin Porter and Gary Trent opt out of their deal with the Milwaukee Bucks, then you'd have to move Ryan Rollins to the 2 or Tyler Hero to the 2 if you want to ease Burries in. And I do believe Burries will be eased into the starting lineup, but he will be the guy at a certain point.
Okay, hey, Chris, I think Jake is in backstage.
He is. I see somebody. Jake, welcome.
Hey,
Welcome,
what's
Jake.
up, guys?
What's up, Jake?
Nothing much. I was just making dinner. I was watching the draft. It's gone pretty much as we all assumed it would go, for the most part.
Yep.
Yeah, because I know that I went different last night talking about Peterson at 1, but that's just because I don't know. I don't like the Debanza fit. I don't know why. I like Debanza better next to Ace Bailey, but if the Wizards think that Debanza is the best player in the draft, then they got to go with the best player in the draft.
Yep. Absolutely.
Hey, but I with the Banter with the Wizards though, with Star, like you know what I'm saying, like with Trey Young and the Banter, I actually like that kind of that trio, Jake. You know?
I just honestly, I'm just not the biggest fan. I thought that they had a lot of really good young wings that played really well last year, and
Yep.
Keyshawn George, Will Riley, like Julian
I
Champagnie.
would have taken Lendyborg here because you could have gotten a shooting guard at 13, even if both of your shooting guards opted out with player options because you had Ryan Rollins at point guard, but because you traded for Hero, now Rollins is either your backup point guard, Jake, or he moves to the 2 if both shooting guards opt out. So that's why I think, we'll see. I'm kind of curious to see what the Warriors are going to do. And yeah, social media is a few minutes ahead of
Yeah, social media is always ahead.
the Warriors are fielding offers for number 11. I think we're getting the first trade here, Emmanuel.
I wouldn't be surprised if we got a trade here.
My bad, I had a phone call. But
You're good. We haven't gotten a trade all night. I think that this is going to be where we get our first
Yeah,
trade.
2 NHL teams traded top 10 picks away. Not a single trade in the top 10 of this NBA draft. So the Blackhawks.
Yeah, I'm
moved
kind of
number 4,
surprised,
and
honestly.
The Sharks moved William Eklund to Ottawa for number 9, which was originally Florida's pick, and the Blackhawks moved number 4 to Buffalo. So
yeah, the NHL seems like it's way more progressive in trades than the NBA right now, Jake.
Yeah, I mean we're already at pick 11, and I thought that there was going to be a trade at pick 8.
Yeah, same here.
I thought at latest Atlanta would make a trade at 8. I'm surprised that we've gotten all the way to 11 and there's been no trades.
Yeah, for some reason, I think there's gonna be more trades out of the lottery once we get outside the 14th.
Probably. Because I thought that even at pick 5, I thought that the Clippers were going to try and make a deal.
I think the only way they would make a deal if it was Jaylen Brown, in that deal they would have got rid of the 5th pick. But if not, I knew they were going to keep it. You know what I'm saying?
They were having talks with the Pelicans for Trey Murphy, but they wanted more than 5, and the Clippers hung up the phone. But it looked like there was some dialogue where something might happen.
I thought Trey Murphy was going to get. I don't know if Trey Murphy's going to get moved tonight after, because we're already almost out of the lottery.
Okay, the Warriors have offered a package for Trey Murphy, including a sign and trade with Porzingis, Will Richard, the 13th pick in the draft, and 2 future first-round
Oh my
picks.
God, what?
So how the hell did the Warriors get 13? Did they get 13 from the Bucks then? Did the Bucks trade 13 to the Warriors earlier today?
I guess they did. Oh no, they got it from Miami, bro.
The Bucks got 13 from Miami, so how did the Warriors get Miami's pick from Milwaukee?
Wait. There's a trade? You're ahead
Yeah,
of me.
they just offered up a trade for Trey Murphy. The
The
Warriors
Warriors
did.
at 11.
It hasn't gone through yet, but
It
it
hasn't
was
gone. Yeah,
offered.
it hasn't gone through yet because I'm like,
The Warriors, I'm getting Yaxel Lendenborg. Yaxel Lendenborg's the pick. No trade.
No trade? Oh, come on, man. This
I
is
know
ridiculous.
OKC. Hey, Jake, I know OKC wanted Lindenborg.
It's almost like Rick Astley is the commissioner of the NBA and he is just Rick-rolling us. He is Rick-rolling us with trades, and there's no trades, and we're getting Rick-rolled with trades at the same time. It's glorious.
This is insane. Hey, y'all, just remember, Giannis still has to pass his physical.
He does.
That's true.
What if OKC just made a crazy pull for Trey Murphy?
They could if they wanted to.
Yeah.
They could if they want because they have the assets to pull it off.
Uh-huh. Because Trey Murphy can play some too. You
Yeah.
play Trey Murphy at the 2 next to Shea?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I have a gut feeling Mara might go to Miami.
I honestly, they might, because could you imagine if they run like a Giannis small forward, Bam power forward, Mara 5?
Right. Because that could be their backup center behind Bam. So it would have shocked me if Miami did
Yep,
draft him at
Warriors get
13.
Yaxel Lendenborg.
Yeah.
Man,
Yeah,
all them girls are
Lendenborg.
cheering for him. He's got honeys up in the stands.
Yep.
Did y'all see that? Like 5 different girls jumped out of their seats for this dude.
Right.
Savage. Buddy was running through Michigan, huh?
Hey, you know the women be preying on them young athletes, bro. You know how I go.
Yeah, crazy.
Especially when they get drafted. Especially when they get drafted, Jay. You know how that game goes.
Uh-huh.
The game, the hypergamy hormones are all excited for Lendenborg. I shouldn't bring that up on an NBA draft live stream, but yeah. That's the
We're getting
game,
fired.
Hey,
We're getting fired anyways, Ernie. Fuck it.
Hey,
We're getting fired anyways.
Hey, Chris. This is an A+ pick in my opinion.
I agree. Lendenborg is an A+.
This is an A+ pick. I'm sorry.
It is.
Nah, it is a good pick.
It is a good pick. Lendenborg's an A+ grade because I would have gone A+ for Mara or Lendenborg here, but because Porzingis is under contract now, you have depth at shooting guard behind Moody, you have depth at small forward with Butler and Kuminga, and now you got depth at power forward.
Kuminga.
Or did Kuminga get traded?
Kuminga's on the Hawks.
Okay, I'll delete that immediately. I didn't know. That's my bad. That's on me.
Nah, you're good. I was just like, what?
Hey, I didn't know. That's on me. We took care of it. So, yeah, Lendenborg. Yeah, so I think only one pick so far is not an A+ grade. And, yeah, so the Warriors took Lendenborg
Who's
at
your
11.
non-A+? Was it Kingston Fleming?
Going back here, I gave the Mavericks a B- for Morris Johnson at 9 because he was
Oh.
17th on my board and my third best Michigan player. So you could argue it's as low as a C-. You could also argue it's as high as an A-. So that
Please-
averages out to a B-.
Please
And
forgive me. Please forgive me.
and Mikkel Brown, I gave an A- to.
I love
So,
the McCall
yeah.
Brown pick and the Darius Acuff pick. I told you guys Sacramento was going to go and grab him.
Yeah, but I think Flemings is a better defender, and I think both Brown and Acuff are bad defenders.
Hey,
That's
Jake,
why
I think all of us
Flemings-
agreed. No, I think all of us agreed in that. Yesterday, A Cup was going to Sacramento. All of us agreed to it.
Yeah, all of us agreed on that.
Yeah, I just love that I had started off with that pick. I was glad that I was the one that got to pick that one because I was really hoping that you guys were in the same headspace as me on that because I think Acuff brings a type of facilitation that you only get with those guys that come from that coaching tree, obviously.
Mill, B. Burries, and then 11.
Hey, honestly, hey Jake, you could play pick and roll with London Board with Curry.
Well, yeah, I figured that's what they were trying to do.
Right.
You only draft the guy like Yaxel if you believe that you can be competitive next year.
Right. Honestly, I think he's going to make an instant impact on this team. Call me crazy.
He is. He's gonna average like a smooth 10-5, and he's gonna be shooting guaranteed at least 33% from three. Because he's gonna be that type of pick and roll, pick and fade player, and Curry's gonna find him a lot. He's gonna average a cool 10-5. He might even make an all rookie team. I wouldn't be shocked.
Yeah.
Well, this is the thing. If the Thunder do get a Daymara, they're going to move last year's first-round pick Sarver out of Georgetown, who was more of a 4 than a 5, to the 4 where he'd be the backup to Chet Holmgren. So.
They're probably going to grab Mara here.
Too.
They just lost Hartenstein. Why would they not go and get Mara here?
I didn't know they lost Hartenstein. I thought he's still with the team.
No, he had a $28 million team option. I thought they declined.
I thought he had a player option, not a club option.
I thought I don't know. I thought it was a club option. I didn't think that they wanted to bring Hartenstein back because the price tag was so high.
Are you talking about Lou Dort?
No, I'm talking about Hartenstein.
Oh, well, Lou Dort, he has a team option that's over $17 million. It's like 17.2.
Yes, Dort has a club option, but I think Hartenstein is a player option. Yeah. I know this on Spot Track because under Dort, it's color-coded red, and it's green color-coded for Hartenstein. Green's player option, red is red.
Yeah,
is
well, from what I'm hearing, OKC is gonna take the team option, Jake, and they're gonna try to trade him. They're gonna flip him. Lou Dort.
You flip Lou Dort, but
Hartenstein,
I think you let Hartenstein go get another contract, though. Let him go sign with somebody else. Draft Mara here and save money.
Daymara is officially the 12th pick.
Yep.
That is officially official. And
that's a great pick by OKC.
Yep. So OKC is going to continue the A+ trend, and that means that I think he could start at center this year. He's the one guy in this draft that I think they could start over Hartenstein, but that also means that last year's first-round center out of Georgetown will probably play the 4 as a backup to Chet Holmgren. So.
Yep.
Hey, Chris, my boy Wade just texted me. He was saying, "Who do you think the Cavs are going to get at 29?"
I think they're going to go with the best point guard on the board, depending on how this plays out.
Got you.
Yep, here goes Mara. Why does Mara look like another Walker Kessler archetype? Yeah, that's cool. Yaxel's hype. He's hyped that they got drafted back-to-back.
Oh, OKC took Mara. Okay.
Yep. And now Miami here. Oh wait, it still says this is Miami's pick at 13.
Yeah, but that should belong to
They're going to
Milwaukee.
say the rights belong to Milwaukee because that's
Right.
what they do. They don't
Oh,
update
they don't
trade with the
change it
NBA
even if it
draft.
happened before the draft. Wow.
Yeah, it's very dumb, but that's what they do at the NBA draft.
Yeah, the NBA. I forgot. And NFL they change it.
Yeah, same with hockey and baseball. Well, baseball they don't
Literally
allow
everyone
trades,
else.
but you can trade the comp picks now. You used to not be able to trade any picks in the MLB draft, but now you can trade the comp picks.
Hey, Nate Amit to Milwaukee.
It
Oh,
could
that's
be.
what I said last night.
Yeah, Nate Amit possibly to Milwaukee. I kind of like that.
Yeah.
I think after getting you need a serviceable like forward that can slash because you just lost that. You lost that was your whole identity. Like,
Hey,
do you
he
really want to go and have to change up the entire offensive playbook? No. You want to get a guy that can kind of play that dunker spot like Giannis was able to.
right. And,
And Nate Mann, he could do that. And he could stretch the floor better than Giannis.
and you know what's funny though? Like Nate Amit, he has a very high upside that I feel like he hasn't really tapped too much into, Jake. You know what I'm saying? For what I've seen him play
Yeah.
at Tennessee. And truth be told, I don't know if you know, the reason why he went to Tennessee because who's the coach? Rick Barnes. Who did Rick Barnes coaching when he was coaching at Texas? He coached Kevin Durant.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you know this. When he was recruiting him, the one of the first things he showed him was KD highlights when he was recruiting him.
Mara, I remember watching Mara when he was
Yeah.
overseas in Spain before he went to UCLA. That's how he got on my radar.
Right. And Jake, and the funny thing is, and that's how Nate Met was sold. He was like, "Oh, he gonna put me in these little KD packages like he did at Texas," you know?
Well,
Like,
yeah, and that's why Nate Mann was so good.
right.
All right, so
Oh, hey, there's a comment by Tony Mack.
I'll pull that up in a second.
Yeah.
All right, so the Thunder did take Mara at 12. Back to this tab, back to Restream, back to the comments section. I feel like Boston will take my advice for their pick. I hope for you and take the worst player on the board. You know, there's more than 68 eligible players in this draft. I only added the 60 that were in my 2-round mock draft. Maybe the Celtics will take someone that's not in my top 60, which would be sweet.
Oh, that was hilarious.
That would be sweet if they did, Tone.
Tone said, "I want the Boston Celtics to select a water boy."
You do not want Bobby Boucher on the Boston Celtics. Let me just be very clear about that. You do not want that.
Well,
Hey,
Jalen, you know what the sad thing is? Even if Bobby Boucher was on the Celtics, I bet you Jalen Brown would still be the one to stiff arm the most.
Facts.
I wonder who Milwaukee wants at 13.
Milwaukee probably wants a man. I wouldn't be surprised if Nate went here. This could be their Giannis all over again. They got Giannis.
I'm hearing the Thunder might get this pick for Chet Holmgren.
Trading Chet to Milwaukee?
Yeah.
Oh. No, the pick is in on my screen.
I think
you guys are ahead of me.
I think they're going to Mint here, but the pick is
I
not.
think if they're looking to shop Chet, though, who says Charlotte Hornets?
I don't know.
And remember, I said Charlotte would. I think I had Charlotte. I said they might take Vassar from Carolina, the center.
Well, that's why I'm thinking instead of that, what if they traded for Chet? Because what they're lacking, what the Hornets have been lacking for a long time, has been an offensive fundamental big man.
It is Nate Ament. Nate Ament is officially the Milwaukee Bucks 13th pick.
Yeah, figured
You
that.
guys are right.
That's a
I
great
just
pick.
listened to you. But hey, I'll update that right now in the news ticker
Oh,
here.
so Milwaukee has Nate Mitt, and then who's their 10th pick again?
Braden Burries.
Yeah.
Braden
Ooh.
Bird, yeah, the Milwaukee Bucks are having a great
Hey,
draft.
Jake, great draft by
Great
Milwaukee.
draft. Great
Great
draft.
draft. A+
Especially trading Giannis away, and this is
Yeah.
your new young core is Kasparis Jonas, Tyler Hero, Hami Jaquez, Khalil Ware, Braden Burries. You've also just got Nate Men. That is a great young core. That is an
Yeah.
insanely good
Yeah,
young
I
core.
mean, I think we had 9 A+ grades in the NFL draft first round. We had 16 in the first round of the MLS draft. This is going to be another A+ grade. I'm just curious how many I have in the top 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So everyone in the top 5 got an A+. 6 out of the top 7. 7 of the top 8. 8 of the top 10. And then 11 12, so that's 10 already. And then Milwaukee's going to be number 11 with an A+. Number 11 with an A+. So, yeah.
That was a great pick. I think Native Men feels exactly also like what direction this league is heading into. Because Native Men and AJ DeBonsa, even though they have, I wouldn't say that they are exactly like the same, but I would say that their talent and what they bring to the table is so similar that that's the direction obviously the league is heading in. Because DeBonsa was the first overall pick, the league
Right.
is heading into like a forward centered offense.
Yeah.
Like, your Cooper Flags of the world and all that.
It's getting back to the point where the physicality took precedent over the shooting, like in the 80s and 90s. We're getting to the point where the modern day NBA is getting back to that. There's still certain rules that prevent certain things, but it does feel like we're at least heading in that direction.
Yeah. Dang, let's take my.
Hey, we got some comments in the chat.
What up?
Delfino said they drafted Mara so Chet could practice against a 7-3.
Oh, that's tough.
And he said OKC needed to trade up for Burries, but yeah, it didn't happen. But to me, Milwaukee's having an A+ draft so far.
Oh yeah, Milwaukee is
Milwaukee
having the
got an
best
A+
draft of the
draft
night.
on both picks.
Yeah.
And
I
there's
love the
11
Milwaukee
A+
guy.
grades. I figured we were going to have more A+ grades in this first round than the first round of the MLS draft, which had 16. We're already at 11 through 13 picks.
Right.
I'm just curious what's going to happen here.
I know we have a lot to talk about tonight on my live late tonight.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And trivia.
It does sound like it's going to be Hans Steinbeck at 14.
Yeah.
It does sound like
Hans Stein. Yo, did I not say? Yo, that's crazy. Did I not tell y'all that Hans Steinbeck might end up going to Charlotte?
Hornets de Vera, IR de Steinbeck, Ukarna 14. So I'm just looking to see. Okay, so I don't think that's a legit thing yet, but it does sound like it's going to be. You know what? Let's type in Heinz Steinbach. Sometimes you can find out who the pick is by typing in the player's name. And Rich Picks is saying it's Heinz Steinbach. But again, I don't know if that's.
Well, we already know that 2 straight bigs are going here anyways. Steinbach and the North Carolina
The
big.
Lakers might trade up for Visar. That is a thing I've also heard.
But look at these next 2. You get what I'm saying, though, right? Like Charlotte and Chicago, both 2 bigs are going no matter what.
Yeah.
Hey,
even if the Lakers trade up, 2 bigs are going no matter
me
what.
personally, Jake, like I would love to see Vassar with Charlotte, me personally, but I prefer the Lakers to trade up for what's his name, Daniel Gafford. Hopefully, the price is not too steep.
I don't think Gafford. I don't want Gafford. I feel like all the Maverick centers are expendable. So.
Yeah, the Mavericks centers were all really made by Luca. I hate to say it, but 2024, ever since 2024, none of those guys have been the same. Derek Lively, Gafford, none of them.
It sounds like LeBron Filan Jr. might go 14th to the Hornets.
What?
That's what I'm. There's a lot of stuff going on. We don't.
You have 3 guards.
Yeah, you have Actually, you have
You have
two. You've got Ball and Newpel, and then you've got the player from Alabama, Brandon Miller. He's your 3 at small forward, and then you've got Bridges. But who's
Well, but I was just saying that Brandon Miller also can play the 2.
can.
You have 3 different guys that can play point guard and shooting guard. Why would you draft
But I
Filon?
think Miller's more of a
Is-
pure 3 at small
No,
forward.
no, I know. I'm just
He can
saying
play the
that
2
like
as
there's
well.
still
It's a
there's-
secondary position, but I think he's more.
Yeah. That's why I'm confused as to why you would even
He's a
like
point
you have
guard, and if
3
Ball gets
premier.
injured, you can bring him into the lineup. But Ball was healthy last year. I think he earned another year. If he had gotten injured this year, I think you could have justified that pick. But
Yeah,
Ball was healthy this year, so I think he's earned another year.
you're either planning to trade LaMelo or this pick doesn't make sense.
I think it's Bridges is going to get traded.
I agree, but Hornets.
But then how small is that lineup though? You trade Bridges, right? If they pick Phylon here, you're gonna have to like run almost like a Kawhi Leonard kind of thing with Brandon Miller at the 4, and that just wouldn't work.
Yeah, and
Like I don't
posts
like
are
it
not
doesn't
loading right now on X, so the NBA does not want anyone leaking the Hornets pick. They're a small market team. You're not allowed to leak their pick. They're Michael Jordan's gonna make everyone as miserable as we are. That's basically what the precedent that the NBA is setting. I'm kidding, but yeah.
this doesn't make any sense. Wow, the Hornets are making a move, bro. They're at 54 seconds and still have not made a pick. Guys, I think we're about to get a big ass trade. I'm not even gonna lie.
I heard the Lakers might be moving up for Vassar. Question is, what are they getting back?
Standing reach is second among forwards. He can continue to grow. Well, he can continue to grow, but also it's like when you talk about filling out, when you talk about defensively, the ability to play, whether it's here,
All right, the pick is in. It looks like we're not getting the trade.
You must be a few seconds ahead of me because it's at 25 seconds on my TV.
Yeah, I'm a few seconds ahead of you. Pick is in now. Jason Williams and Kenny and all them are talking. Yeah, I don't know. This draft has been weird. This is the least amount of trades I've seen in a while.
Well, it's such a deep top 14, top 15 that I don't think we're going to see trades until the back half of the first round. I remember, I think it was pick 20 where the first trade was in the 2016 NHL draft, and I feel like that's the type of draft this is. It's like we're going to see the trades in the back end of round one, not necessarily.
Yeah, because BPA, best player available, kind of fits at every pick so far.
Yeah.
So you don't really need to trade when like your quote unquote reach in this draft is maybe 2 to 3 spots. You know what I mean? So like say you're Charlotte at 14, your best player available for your position of need is there, but he's like the 16th ranked guy on your board. You can still go get him at 14, and you're not really gonna, what I'm saying? So that's what this draft kind of feels like, to where they're able to just go like reach a pick or 2 ahead, and not really have to make any major moves.
There's a rumor Charlotte's willing to trade 14 and 18 to get Morris Johnson Jr. I don't know exactly what's going to happen though. I'm looking to see what's happening because
Oh, guys, I'm getting the trade. Oh, here comes the pick for Charlotte. They were just announcing the Native Men trade.
yeah, the Nate Ament trade.
Oh, Hannes Steinbach. Yep, Hannes Steinbach
Hannes
goes to Charlotte.
Steinbach. So that is officially official.
It looks like you. It looks like your boy's going to Chicago, most likely, Mister North Carolina.
Oh, you talking about Vassar?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Vassar is going to go to Chicago if I had to guess, because they need a big. And since they didn't sign anybody in free agency so far, I really think that they go and they get a young big here. Because you're perfect everywhere else. You know what I mean? You just drafted Caleb Wilson. You're gonna have him playing the 4. You have Mazdas Buzelis playing the 3. You have Josh Giddey at the 1. You have a bunch of different guards that can play the
I
2
think I
because you
moved
still have Anthony
Steinbach up to
Simons.
14 in my final mock today. So that means I've gotten 8 of the top 10. I think I've gotten 9 of the first 14 picks correct. So that's pretty good.
Yeah. Oh wow, his dad played with Dirk Nowitzki.
Yeah. Yeah, I had Heinz Steinbach. I moved him up to 14 because if they were given the choice between Morris Johnson Jr. and Steinbach, I think they would have gone with Steinbach. And that's a big reason.
Man, they got
Because he's the only 6'10" power forward that can average 10 points a game, hit short range, mid range, long range shots left in the draft, and that drive.
Oh,
he's got a nasty post
hey,
game, dude.
This might be the most underrated pick in the draft, Jake.
Yeah.
This might,
Bro, his
this
post
might
game is
be.
dirty.
Yeah, this
Did
is
you
another
see
A
that?
plus. So this is 12 A plus grades in the first 14 picks for
Bro,
everyone keeping
a
score.
starting 5 of LaMelo, Knipple, Miller, Bridges, Steinbach. That is pretty. Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot.
Yeah, so
That dude's a shooter.
and
Washington's first lottery pick since Markel Fultz in 2017.
yeah, it's gonna be Vassar or Phylan here at 15. It's got to be one of those.
I think it's going to be
I
Vassar
think it's
because
gonna be Phylan,
Chicago
but
has
we'll
so
see.
many guards.
We'll see.
Chicago has so many guards. That's my only thing. They have so many guards.
Yeah, but can you
They
really
have freaking
pass on a guy that
Simons
averages
still.
22 points a game? That's my only. We'll see.
Your center position sucks.
I mean,
That's my thing, though. You were playing Jalen Smith real minutes.
they got
last
Nick
year.
Claxton though. They traded for Nick Claxton though.
Yeah, but Nick Claxton doesn't really sell me. I would bring in at least some competition, a good
And they
big,
got.
because
They
with
don't just
that
have
potential
Claxton.
at that
Last
pick.
year's starting center on the Bulls was Jalen Smith. He averaged over 10 points a game. So they might just roll with those two and take.
Jalen Smith, bro, you're not going to win anything if you roll with Jalen Smith.
Yeah.
Jalen Smith
I
proved why he was
agree,
a
but
draft
they might
bust.
go that route.
Well, at Chicago, I wouldn't be surprised.
Hey, Chris. Tafino has a question.
What's up?
On the chat. It's
I see
interesting.
the circle. They drafted Mara so he could practice against. Well, yeah, he's from Germany. Question: who's most likely lottery bust? I don't know. I would say Morris Johnson, but he went to a good situation, but that's the lowest grade I've handed out, a B- to the Mavericks at 9. So that tells me everyone's drafted pretty strongly in these first few picks.
Call me crazy. I think that the guy who could bust the worst, just because of the team that
We
he was
do have the
drafted
Bulls
to.
pick in. Dalen Swain, the Texas shooting guard, is the pick.
What?
Mm.
Oh my lord!
Hey, you know what that means? They might try to trade Giddey.
They have
Hey,
Giddy.
no.
No, they have Giddy at point guard. I think their shooting guard.
They got Giddy on like four-year contract extension.
Yeah, let me look at the
They
Bulls.
just
Let me
re-signed
look at
him.
my notes here on the Bulls. They have Trey Jones at shooting guard, and they have Giddy at point guard. So
Trey Jones is more of a point guard, in my opinion.
yeah,
Trey Jones is 6'1". He's a point.
yeah, but they have Jones listed as the starting shooting guard, and he's in a contract year, I believe. So they're going that route so they can reload and keep this core intact, which is actually kind of smart.
Did they re-sign Anthony Simons?
I don't
No.
think so.
Nope.
Wow.
I mean, from a value standpoint, I had Swain in the 20s. So logic says I don't know what grade I'm going to give this yet. I want to see where I have him on the simulator. How many players I had ahead of Swain on the simulator. And then I'll go back to the Bulls pick. I'm probably going to email a picture of Visar or because Visar's on the board still, and Filan's also still on the board. I think, yeah.
I like I know that you guys probably call me crazy, but I think just to answer the question on the biggest draft, who could be a draft bust. I know that he is an amazing player, but this franchise knows how to ruin guys. I hope that Darius Acuff can eventually escape the Sacramento Kings, because we've seen what happens when you're a great guard and you get out of Sacramento. You make the NBA Finals, so hopefully Acuff can get out of Sacramento eventually.
Yeah, when the number 1 pick was being made, Calipari was on the phone. He was probably like, make sure my guy doesn't go to Sacramento. And he's pretending he's Batman or the Penguin from Batman. Just, I don't know. I'd love to hear the dialogue from that conversation. Yeah.
Well, yeah, because I mean, like, I don't know. They had it. See, the Kings had a really bad guard rotation last year because they had the likes of, obviously, Zach LaVine, Malik Monk,
All right.
but
So
they also
Visar
had
and Filan
Devin
were 1
Carter,
and
Russell
2,
Westbrook.
so A-, B+, B, B-. So this is saying to give it a C- from a value standpoint, but I feel like from a needs standpoint, it's an A-, but from a value standpoint, it's a C-. So I'm probably going to give the Bulls a B- here at 15 because there were people that had Swain in the lottery. This is one of the places he could have gone to.
WNBA.
I don't know. I don't get it. I don't get it when you draft a versatile 4 and you're gonna put Caleb Wilson next to Nicholas Claxton. I mean,
Well,
I
I
don't
got
know.
Wilson playing the 3 and Buzel is playing the 4, but they're both interchangeable.
Really?
They're both interchangeable at those forward roles.
Yeah, I feel like Caleb's skill set is more you. I would say that it's a little bit more crafty as far as a 4 goes. I imagine him being that kind of like the Keyshawn George type, the kind of like athletic, can still shoot outside, great inside game with a little bit, a little bit of shooting outside. I feel like that's more versatile for the 4 and pick and fade and pick and roll. I feel like he'd be a great pick player for a guy like Josh Giddey. I just think Buzella should be sitting on that outside looking to make a play.
Yes,
Because he's also a really great playmaker.
Swain is probably going to be. I've got a B- on Swain, so that's my grade for this pick. You could argue C-
He's
from
very
value
athletic.
and A- from need, but there were people that had Swain in the lottery at like 13. Like Bill Simmons, a lot of people had this guy a lot higher. So
Man, OKC's got another pick. Damn.
They were in the play in multiple years. So I like that they've decided to go down.
yeah, so Number 16 belongs to the Memphis Grizzlies. I'm going to look for a picture of who we're going to put on for the back end of the first round. But looking at the board here, top 2 best players available at this spot are Phylan and Visar. So I don't know. I think Visar is going to get picked pretty soon.
Could you imagine if Phylan somehow makes his way to OKC?
Yeah.
Huh. Huh. The rich get richer, am I right?
Utah is such a logjam at the guard position. My gosh.
They've got Ace Bailey and Peterson, and they're playing Peterson at the point.
And they got Keontae George. They're not giving him an extension supposedly.
Yeah.
So they have
Yeah.
Keontae George is going to be so good. That was such a mistake.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, they should have. At that point, if you can't get the Bansa, I understand Darren Peterson's that good, but you draft Boozer. I'm sorry, you can at least play or even if you traded out of that spot with Chicago and tried to go get Caleb Wilson instead, he fits better in your team. I don't understand. You have a log jam at guard, and you decide, oh yeah, we're going to trot out Darren Peterson at 6'5", Ace Bailey at 6'8", and we're just going to see what happens. Like I don't know. I don't think that there's enough playmaking in that. I feel like Keontae George, Darren Peterson is a better guard duo. I'd be looking to trade Ace Bailey's bum ass. He didn't even want to be in Utah.
I heard Ace Bailey in the trade talk and him going to the Lakers with the AD deal.
Yeah.
I've heard a rumor about that too. But I don't think it's going to happen.
I feel bad for Bryce Sensabaugh. Where does he fit in all this? They really do have a log jam, y'all.
Yeah.
They got Bryce Sensabaugh, Ace Bailey, Isaiah Collier, Darren Peterson, Keontae George. Like, jeez, dude.
Yeah.
That's a lot of guards.
Guards and
That's interesting. Wes Langley, my friend who's a Duke fan, basically said, I don't like Caleb Wilson to Chicago. I think that's a bad fit for the Bulls.
you think so?
But he's a Duke fan. He's a Duke fan. So this is good dialogue, though.
I disagree because that 4 position hasn't really been solidified in so long.
But even then, like Caleb could play the 3 and Buzelis could play the 4, and they're still in a better position than they were last year.
They're interchangeable, I feel like. They're both interchangeable. You know?
That's why I'm saying that even if they played Wilson at the 3 instead, I'm saying that they still have a better put together team than last year. So I don't know. I don't necessarily agree with that one. I think that Wilson fits just fine because that was a team that
I agree.
They had a million guards
they give the Grizzlies an S+. Like, there's S tiers, A tiers, I get that. S+? Really? S+. That's the grade we're giving the Grizzlies. They're not even an S+. Like, where do we... And this person, 13-year-old with a credit card, that's their Twitter handles, giving the Bucks an F-. The Bucks do not get an F-, sir. Your credit card has been revoked. If you're going to give the Bucks an F- on X, and then you claim your handle is this person with a credit card.
You know what's crazy? AD might potentially play with back-to-back first-round picks, if you really think about it.
Bennett Sturtz out of Iowa is the 16th pick. Iowa point guard, Bennett Sturtz.
Yeah.
Man, they said we need to bring a white boy over to Memphis. They said after all that stuff with Ja Morant turning up, we need to bring some we need to bring this corn-fed Iowa boy down here while we're still in Memphis. That's crazy, dude. All right, that's an okay pick. I mean, I don't know. What do you do with Ja?
Yeah.
In the regular season.
Yeah, man, that's interesting. What do you do with Ja? Because Bennett Sturts was pretty good in college. I mean, if he ended up taking some tick
I'm
away
not
from
sure what
Ja,
grade I would give that pick for Memphis here. But I've got 3, 4. I'd probably give it a solid B because I've got 4 players ahead of Sturts on
Hey,
my board.
hey, don't they got Walter Clayton in Memphis too?
Yeah.
yeah,
I'd give it a solid B.
they're getting a good guard rotation down there. They're gonna have Cedric Coward, Sturts, Clayton. They're also gonna have Ja. They're gonna have Cam Spencer. They've got a really good rotation
It's
down there.
weird, but I'm getting Bo Nix vibes with Sturts.
He does look like Bo Nix. He does look like Bo Nix. He looks like
He
He
does
looks
look
like
like
the guy in
Lucky.
the Hallmark movie playing Bo Nix. He looks like the actor for Bo Nix in the Hallmark movie about Bo Nix. That's wild.
Yeah.
Buddy looks like the
He looks
stereotypical
like
this is
James
the guy.
Vanderbeek in Varsity Blues.
Bro, he looks like this is the white boy that's dropping 8 threes on my favorite college during March
Man,
Madness.
dude, he looks like a guy who played like major high school basketball in a state of Illinois or Indiana, low key.
Yeah, he looks like he played like. Why does his dad look like one of the freaking Impractical Jokers, bruh? But nah, yeah, he looks like he played freaking high school at like freaking at Chino Hills.
Nah, he's a Midwest guy. He ain't a Chino Hills guy.
I know, but I'm just saying that he looks like old, like preppy, don't look like he grew up on the farm at all.
I'm still getting Midwest vibes from him though, Jake. I'm still.
I'm getting that Luca Garza feel off of this.
Well, that's fair.
I like it to start. I have passing to that. People didn't know you were a great passer like you were.
Man, OKC at pick 17.
Yeah, I have my floor for Bennett Sturts is Jimmer Fredette. My
I'll be
ceiling's
right back.
Tyler Hero. I think his ceiling's Tyler Hero. His floor is Jimmer Fredette. Bennett Sturts. Yeah, I know. The Jimmer Fredette comp. It's a very weird comp, but yeah, that's what I've got.
He starts my fate. First shot ball glory you got. He's giving me a platform, and I want to use it for him the rest of my career. And raised that way, being around my family that way, just learned about loyalty and didn't want to leave the
Okay, so you got the 17th pick, right? Okay.
How is that? Why was that so important to you, and how has that impacted your game?
I think he just cared about me more. Like he cared about me.
Yeah. So I do have the B grade, but I'm waiting to see if All right, let's go down here. Let's go to the simulator here and let's scroll down to Bennett Sturts. And until so Sturts goes 16th. And until Visar, or I don't think Visar is going to get picked since they took Mara. I'm guessing Filan's going to end up on the Thunder because my player comp for Filan was actually Shy. Imagine if the Thunder got him.
Oh,
I said that earlier.
and Delfino said it's a reported trade on the chat.
The Grizzlies have traded 6 Sturts to the Thunder for 2 second-round picks. And the Thunder get to keep 17. So
Interesting.
Bro, what?
Hey, Jake. Hey, Jake, you know what I'm thinking? They're preparing for Cason Wallace and Lou Dort to leave.
yeah.
Yeah.
They're preparing.
Because they're gonna try out Jared McCain and Sturts.
Yeah. They're gonna. Yeah, I have a gut feeling they're preparing for Cason Wallace to leave because.
Bro, that was crazy. I did not expect that to happen.
Yeah, only 2 second-round picks, and the Thunder get to keep 17.
Right. Hey, Chris, that's what I'm anticipating in free agency.
They're saying that this pick, they're saying reported trade Memphis Grizzlies, so 17 may end up going to Memphis. Let's see if this pick is Memphis will now draft 17. So Memphis now has 17.
Okay.
So yeah, even though the simulator has the Grizzlies taking Sturts, his rights are going to go to Oklahoma City, and the Memphis Grizzlies are going to end up with 17. So whoever the Grizzlies take here will be the de facto pick at 17, and they also get 2 second-round picks.
Hey, could they get Fallon Jr. from Alabama?
Yeah, I've got Fallon Jr. higher on my board than Sturts.
Could they get him?
Yeah,
Jay?
that would be a very good pick if they did get him.
Hey, Duff.
I think OKC is going to regret not just taking Phylon.
Yeah.
I think he might be the pick.
Man, y'all, if
It
y'all
might
see
be
this
Cameron
right now,
Carr.
that
I
is-
mocked Cameron Carr to Memphis at 16.
the rookies just signed their first ever rookie cards.
That was AJ DeBonsa, right?
No, Caleb and Cameron just did it too.
Yeah, I think a lot of the rookies are signing their cards. Imagine if you get those cards as a collectible, how much?
That's like a $250,000
Exactly,
card.
bro.
I love how Cameron Boozer is wearing his own like LeBron James white suit.
Ibuka O'Rourke out of Stanford is the pick. So Memphis takes
What is happening?
my third best point guard and my 30th best player at 17. So
Dude, is Charlotte really gonna get that German dude and Phylon?
I mean,
Oh my God.
I'm debating, do we go? I'm not going to give Memphis an F grade, but I'm debating the floor for this grade is dry cornbread. The ceiling is probably a C. The ceiling's a C. The floor is dry cornbread. So I kind of want your input here on what grade I should give the Memphis Grizzlies for Okori at 17.
It's an awful pick. They should have went with
So-
Sturts. I would honestly give it a D because you
Yeah.
just went from Sturts to this guy. Why?
Hey, Philion to Charlotte, maybe.
Bro, I just said that they're gonna end up getting Phylon on top of that stretch 4 they just got. Like that's crazy.
Yeah.
Plus,
But no, that's the first bad
minus
pick of the draft. That's a D.
plus
That's a D or a C minus.
D minus. That's below a D minus. It would be an E. E would be Christian Anderson. So yeah, this is an F grade, arguably. I said the floor was dry cornbread. I stand corrected. The floor is not dry cornbread. The floor would be an F grade. So the floor is an F grade. The ceiling's a C grade. Doesn't that average out to dry cornbread, Emmanuel? If we take the B into account?
I would say so.
This was a terrible. Well, I don't know what the Grizzlies are doing. They literally just had a better player in their hands. They had Sturts. Why? That is insane. That's a terrible pick. I'm shocked. You pick a guy. I barely have even heard of this guy.
I had him at 30 in my mock draft, and I had him at 29 to the Cavs before today, and he moved down to 30 in the final mock. So, yeah, the floor is an F. The ceiling's a C grade because he's the third best point guard. That does average out to a dry cornbread grade. So, yeah. Grizzlies are getting dry cornbread.
Yeah, especially when you already have Cam Spencer and Walter Clayton Jr. and Cedric Coward and John Morant and like, why? Like you could have even taken another center because Brandon Clark literally just passed away. I would have thought it would be a better pick than that.
Great point.
Yeah, literally. Like what? Brandon Clark literally just passed away, and you decide to not refill that center position. You have Zach Edey and who's the backup center?
I don't even know, bro.
Exactly.
I don't even know.
That's what I'm saying. And Zach Edey gets gassed half the time. Yeah, that was a garbage pick. That was
It
terrible.
was.
This man better not check Twitter after he gets off the stage.
I'll be back. I'm gonna get something.
You're gonna have Grizzlies fans looking for your home address.
Yep. So let me go back into the chat room here, and Ja will find his way out of the league. I don't know if he will. All right, so the Hornets still have 2 minutes to pick. I'm going to update. Whenever one of the top players on the simulator gets picked, I'll go back to posting the draft grades. But with the trades we had, OKC, I am listing OKC on B Sturts. I don't care if it's not the absolute. And then 17. Who had? Yeah, this Chicago pick is actually from Portland. So who initially had 16 though? That's what I'm trying to figure out. And Memphis had the 6.
The initial for 16, Memphis initially had 16.
Phoenix had 16.
Oh,
This was originally the Suns pick, but it was traded to Memphis.
Oh, right, because of the Dylan Brooks trade.
So
into the joint, reducing intense pain caused by inflammation, so you can move more freely. All 10, clinically proven, long-lasting behind pain.
Yeah, rest in peace to Brandon Clark, man. Rest in peace.
Yeah, like, but see, I didn't even say that to be funny though. I said that like
Right now.
real talk. Like you have no backup center.
Right, bro. It didn't make any sense.
Like that doesn't make any sense, bro. I'm so confused. This draft has been crazy. I think that the guys that are manning these teams forgot
Gary Graves,
how to build.
they might take it. They might double dip at power forward.
Oh, that means that Miles Bridges is as good as gone. If that's the case.
Yeah. Christian Anderson, Texas Tech point guard. He is. Are the Hornets trying to get a dry cornbread grade too? Like, what the hell are we doing, guys? Like, the Thunder took the 30th best player at 17. It's, you know what? I need to move the simulator back up so the Hornets don't get any ideas to do something stupid. I need to move the simulator back up to 11. I cannot. Yeah, I cannot.
They really just took Christian Anderson.
Allow.
Hey, Jake. The more of these picks are starting to become reaches, the more I like the Lakers pick to get a steal in the first round. At 25, bro. I'm just gonna keep it a buck.
Hornets are getting dry cornbread too.
That's another awful pick. This is crazy,
dude. Look, I like Delfino said Rid for Lakers. I like Vassar to the Lakers.
Vassar is the best player on the board.
Bro, I like, was it Phillion? I like
Isaiah Evans or Vassar. I'd be happy with either of them on the Lakers. I think Evans fills more of a need, but if you're not sold on Ayton, I can live with Vassar if you want to upgrade there. You know?
Hey, I even like Kareem Lopez, the Mexican small forward. I like his upside too, Jake, to the Lakers.
Yeah.
3-and-D player played in New Zealand. Was it Australia?
Oh, here's the full trade. Grizzlies received the 21st overall pick, 3 second-round picks. Thunder received Bennett Sturts, and then the Pistons receive Ebuka Okori. So Okori was the Pistons pick. So the Pistons received dry cornbread.
Pistons, okay. This is a crazy draft, but yeah.
Bro, I wish I went to Summer League, Jake, in Vegas.
Reported trade OKC. reported trade Detroit. So, yeah. So Grizzlies are going to get 21. Pistons are going to get 17. So the Pistons are getting dry cornbread.
Yep, the Pistons decided to make that. And Christian Anderson is still going to Charlotte. That is a garbage pick.
So 29 and 30. 29 and 30 on my board get picked at
At 17 and 18.
Yeah. I mean, I can't really give a team an F grade because nobody's reached for a second round talent in the first round. But at the same time, Pete, we are starting to see these reaches.
Yeah, this is a C. This is like at best a C.
At best a C.
Best.
But I'm probably going to give the Hornets a back-to-back cornbread grades for the Pistons and the Hornets. That's what I'm going to do.
I can't believe the Pistons went and made that pick. I don't know why the Pistons would go and get a guard.
Hey, Tone, my boy Tone, we might get a steal at 25, bro. There's about 3 or 4 prospects I really like. I like Lopez from Mexico. I like Vassar for a center for a need. We could get Philly on from the upside. From Alabama from the upside. Bro,
Cameron Carr.
Cameron Carr's available, bro.
Sinak is available. Alan Graves. Yeah,
Alan Graves, stretch forward. Cole Pete's nice.
All of those players, all 6 of those players I just mentioned are exceptional value at this point in the draft.
We might get we're more than likely going to get a steal at 25, bro.
I was thinking initially that because I think there's only 6 picks left before the Lakers pick, and unless all 6 of these players get picked in the next 6 selections, I was leaning 26% the Lakers are going to get a steal. I would bump that up to 46% now, Emmanuel.
Yeah.
But as soon as somebody reaches in this top 6, that number goes up to over 50%. We'll see what happens.
I'd say watch out for Detroit at Memphis at 21 reaching again. So, because Memphis is going to have 21 now.
Yep.
Man, could you imagine if the Lakers somehow ended up with Phylon tonight?
Bro, I'll take it. I'll take it.
Phylon and Luka Doncic would be insane.
Bro.
I'd say trade. Go ahead and get rid of Austin Reeves at that point. It's fine. Seriously, could you imagine a Phylon? It'd be like how Kyrie and Luka were moving in Dallas.
Right.
Phylon at the 1, Luka at the 2. Throw Rui out there at the 3, LeBron at the 4, and then you can put my grandma at center. That team is averaging 50 as far as both guards go.
Listen, I'm cool with the pick, Jake. No matter, you know what I'm saying.
If we see another
but I would love Phylon over there.
If we see another team reach, I might have to give remember, this isn't sports related. I don't want to bring up something involving politics. It's not appropriate here. I'm not going to do that. No. It's just funny though that in the 2016 primary when the current president poured water in front of Marco Rubio and yelled Rubio, it's like that's basically where I'm at if we get another reach at 19. Might actually have to hand out. I'm not going to hand out.
That's all right. That was funny.
I want to avoid being political. I'm a sports guy. I want to avoid being political. But, some of these teams are making very questionable selections. I'll leave it at that. But, yeah.
Yeah, this is interesting. I wonder what Toronto does here.
Let's go back
I feel like
to
Toronto was
here
missing...
and edit the draft ticker here. So instead of Memphis, we'll have Detroit, and then
I think Toronto needs a playmaker. I would, you know what? Phylon makes a lot of sense to Toronto.
I agree. Phylon does make a
Actually.
lot of sense to Toronto.
Yeah, especially with the Emmanuel Quickly injury. I mean, because Quickly, with how bad his contract is and that injury, if he doesn't come
It's
back the
Alan
same,
Graves.
it's Alan Graves.
Alan Graves.
They picked another 6'7". Bro, they just picked Colin
Wait,
Murray Boyles.
Alan Grace from Santa Clara?
Yep, the Raptors
Yes,
take Alan
bro.
Hey,
Graves.
Jake, remember I said yesterday that Toronto needed a stretch four. Remember?
But Scotty has been playing point forward, and that's how they've been running that offense.
Hey,
That doesn't make.
hey,
I don't know.
hey, Chris, I said this yesterday. Remember?
You did.
That doesn't make. That just is so weird to me.
They need more shooting, Jake. Remember I said they need more shooting.
I know, but I feel like they needed more shooting at the guard
They
position.
need
Your
depth
guard
at point
position
guard
sucks.
behind Quickly, or depth at shooting
Yeah,
guard if you
behind.
want to
They
move
have
on
nobody.
from
They have
Brady Dick.
Jabal Shed behind Quickly,
Or a small forward, if you will. Maybe this is their plan at small forward. Maybe they're going to move Graves to the 3. I don't know. But
Graves should play the 3. He's athletic enough. He can play the 3.
the thing with the let me pull up Toronto really quickly, my write-up in my mock draft. I'm not going to screen share it, but I'm pulling it up on my other
Hey,
computer.
I said it yesterday. I said Toronto don't have enough shooting at the forward position.
Right now, the two guys that they have that are in contract years are RJ Barrett, who plays the 2 at shooting guard, and Brandon Ingram, who plays the 3 at small forward. So this is clearly, they're probably going to move Graves to the 3 and keep Barnes at the 4, and Graves is probably going to replace Ingram. That is my educated guess. Because I'm not high on Colin Murray Boyles. I don't think he'll be anything more than a backup power forward. So my guess is Graves will move to the 3, but he'll be eased in this year, and then he'll replace Ingram next season. That was my educated guess.
Who does San Antonio take? Because San Antonio, there's not really like a 4 here that I like that could really.
There's not. You look at the power forwards on the board. You got Koa Pete. You got Zuby Ejiofor. Those are your top 2 4s on the board, and then you got Joshua Jefferson. Trevon Brazil is 6'9", but he's only 225. Isaiah Nelson's only 219. And yeah, I mean, it's not. There's not a great
Bunch
forward.
of small guys.
They could take Sanak and move him to the 4. That is an option. He has not been picked yet.
I think Sanak is your best pick here. Honestly.
I mean, they could go.
You can't sacrifice that size. Also you don't really get size and speed like Sanak a lot. And look what happened when they were playing. Obviously, Luke Cornett made a lot of good plays over the playoffs, but when he was gassed, he just was not good.
I am going to list
You need to have some more depth there
in the draft, because I think he's going to end up playing the 3 in Toronto. I know he was a 4 in college. He actually was a 5, I believe. Graves lined up at center on Santa Clara, but he's too small to play center at the NBA at 6'7". So, yeah, I think he'll probably play.
Colin Murray Boyles plays center for Toronto.
No, he does not play
6'7".
center for Toronto. He's the backup power forward.
He was playing backup center too.
Okay, all right.
He did play a little bit of it.
Podol was the backup.
Obviously you don't want a guy playing that. Yeah.
They played Mogbo and Murray Boyles at center.
Mogbo was crazy. I thought that I didn't think that he was going to perform as well as center
love
that
Mogbo.
he did.
He was one of my top sleepers in the draft a few years ago for Toronto.
Yeah, no, I was just shocked at his frame being 6'9", like 225, 230. He was able to hold it down. I was shocked. They had to do a lot of that because of Jakob Podol just not performing. That's the whole reason that Mogbo and Murray Boyles played as much center position minutes that they did. Jakob Podol sucked. He was not very good last year. Wow, that's the first time I've seen Wembanyama's face in a while. Loser. Loser.
Ace Ventura Pet Detective line.
Loser. Victim Wembanyama.
And Ace Ventura 3, Ray Finkel sabotages the Spurs' chances of winning the 2026 NBA Finals. And Ace Ventura 3, Road to New York City, or Riots in New York City. Ace Ventura 3, Riots in New York City. Ray Finkel gets out of jail and he sabotages the Spurs championship season.
Yeah, he secretly has like a little device that stopped the gravitational pull of the ball, and that's how it bounced off of Castle's back because he manipulated the gravity. And then Jalen Brunson got the steal.
Hey, wait, hey, Chris, scroll down on the prospects. I want to see something.
Yeah. Sanak is still there. Lopez is still there.
Hey, I could see Lopez or Koa Pete going to the Spurs.
Yeah. I think Lopez, Koa Pete, or Sanak's probably the pick here.
I think it's gotta be Sanak. I would almost guarantee it's Sanak because you gotta bring in another guy that can play those rotational center minutes, and you don't lose your identity because when Victor Wembanyama comes off the court, it's almost like they lose their identity. Get another guy that can play next to Wemby, but also play when Wemby's not on the floor. I feel like that's so much more important than people are making it out to be. The pick is in.
Oh! Jaden Quaintance, the injury-prone center.
You're lying.
I'm not lying. Two
Oh
sources.
my lord.
The injury-prone center who sucks on offense. They need a forward.
No. I hate San Antonio. This is great. Oh, we love that. Take it. Take Jaden. Go ahead.
Should we go dry cornbread? Should we go bloomers? Or should we go with a big old San Antonio grade? I'm kidding.
That is disgustingly dry cornbread because if I'm Philadelphia, I am watering at the chops getting ready to go and draft Chris Sanak Jr.
Let's see here.
Man, hey, do you see Vassar going to the Knicks or Lakers, Jake? One of the two?
I could see Vassar going to the Lakers.
Not the Knicks?
Maybe the Knicks. I don't know. I don't know if the Knicks plan on picking back up Mitchell Robinson.
If Vassar or Phylan gets picked, we will add one of them to the site. Because before I post the grades on Draft Utopia, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna wait for one of those two to get picked. But Quaintance is a Spur, and that is gonna be. I think we're gonna go. I don't know if we can fit this in, but I am leaning towards Let me get the Aaron Graves.
The Spurs and Pistons made the two worst picks of this draft.
You'll see what I'm cooking in a second here, but yeah, I don't dislike Toronto's pick. I'm probably going to give Toronto a B grade here because I think Graves, he's going to play the 3 and replace.
I give Graves a B plus in my opinion.
Yeah, I'm going to give it a solid B. You could argue B plus. That's fair. But yeah, I'm going to go with and then the Spurs, we're going to go with
Quaintance. That is garbage.
I think we're going to go with dry cornbread and bloomers if we can fit that. In the character description. We're going to go dry cornbread and bloomers. Charles Barkley brings up dry cornbread and Dirty Creek. Let's do that. That sounds way better. I don't even know if that's going to fit on the screen. It probably won't. But yeah, I am all right. So I don't have the images up, but yeah, here we go. I'm waiting for a player.
They took Quaintance from Kentucky for forward.
Yep, dry cornbread, B grade, dry cornbread and Dirty Creek grade. It fits. It fits. Praise the Lord. Dry cornbread and Dirty Creek. It fits.
Oh man.
Sometimes it doesn't fit and it creates a separate line. But yeah, they got that Dirty Creek down in San Antonio, and this is a dry cornbread and Dirty Creek grade.
Oh man. Hey, Jake said he had to go. He had a call. He said
It's understandable.
He'll say you'll see us on the live later on tonight.
Awesome. We'll have a lot of fun. But yeah, I think that may be the worst context. Well, I don't know. This and the I.H. Nature pick are right up there with the worst draft picks of the calendar year. Because I gave the Steelers a Steel City dry cornbread grade. But I would argue the Steel City dry cornbread grade is better than the dry cornbread in the Dirty Creek. But hey, that's just my 2 cents on that. So, yeah, I think the Spurs may have just surpassed the Steelers as the team that had the worst draft pick of this calendar year. And that is, you know, those are 2 of the most consistent teams when it comes to drafting. So, you know?
Yeah.
So the Pistons are going to get this pick. And I'll update the draft simulator.
The Pistons could get Vassar too.
Yeah, they could.
They could because of Duren's contract and Isaiah Stewart.
But the Pistons traded this pick to the Grizzlies.
Right, I can see him getting Vassar. 21. Hopefully they make up for it.
In the meantime, I'm going to start typing some write-ups. Like, I'm going to start working on some write-ups for...
Yeah. Hold on, I'll be back. Draft.
Sounds good. Yeah, and I know Emmanuel will be back in a few minutes, but yeah, only 10 more picks left, and I'll let me see here. And so we'll find out who's going to be picked here at 21.
Okay.
So the full trade here is Jordan Greenway, third, fourth line winger on the Sabres, and Bowen Byram to the Blackhawks. Louis Crevier, who was a AHL player on the Blackhawks, goes to Buffalo, and the Sabres get 4 and 45. The Sabres didn't have a second round pick, so and the Memphis Grizzlies are going to get Kareem Lopez at 21.
Oh, they are?
Yep. So that will I had Lopez at 21 on the simulator, right on that exact spot, because I figured the Pistons, if he was there, they would get him for depth behind Thompson. But yeah, Kareem Lopez at 21 is the pick.
A+ pick.
That is an A+ pick.
Good pairing. I agree with you. Defending, yeah. Lopez and Boozer. I like that combination.
Yeah, so the Grizzlies are going to have that pick. I don't know who's going to be the cover photo for 16 through 30. I don't know yet. I've got the grades typed. I just haven't picked out the player that's going to be the cover photo. But yeah. Yep, and this is basically a Stars fan saying if Byram's worth 4 overall, then Harley's worth 2 and more. Yeah, but I don't think the Stars are going to move Harley unless... I think if they move someone to get Robo, it's going to be either Duchesne or Lindell. It's going to be someone like that, or...
Yeah.
Both would target Koa Pete if they traded in the first round. So...
Yeah.
They are... I think we're going to get to a point where they do try to move into round 1 with the fall that Pete had. Yeah, let's update the pick ticker on the live stream. 20 was SA J Wiatins C Ken, and then 21 was Memphis. They took from Min, and then they took K Lopez NZB. All right. There we go. We're all updated, and we got multiple comments in the chat room. Multiple comments. So I will pull those up right now. Phylan doesn't go to Philly, better go to 25.
You said who?
Boozer.
Oh, no, you said somebody at 25.
Phylan doesn't go to Philly, he better fall to 25. That's D. Folino in the chat. TikTok.
Oh.
Or, yeah.
No. What's his name? Bobby Marks made a great point. He said that Maxi's minutes is severely high, so they might want to, draft a rookie point guard behind him.
Cameron Carr. Sixers pick Phylan, so it does sound like it's going to be a guard.
Yeah, I agree. Phylan to the Sixers, that'll be a good pick. That'll be a steal. I'll give it an A+ if it happens, Chris.
I think Visar and Filan are probably both A+ picks at this point.
Yeah.
Filan is the pick.
It is
Yep.
an A+ pick.
It is. It's an A+ pick. I mean, Visar, I do like Visar, though. But I'm going to get a LeBron Filan Jr. picture for Draft Utopia, and just in case Visar does fall to the second round. I don't think he will, but I have to.
Could the Knicks get Cameron Carr?
Yeah, they could.
Because they have some free agents.
Josh Hart and Towns are their next two UFAs in the starting lineup in 2028. So yeah, you could get him. I'm looking for a good photo of Filan to email myself, not just one of these cookie cutter photos. A photo with him holding the basketball. I don't know exactly what. I like this one, but you can't see his face. You can only see part of his face. You can't see all of it. But I want a Filan photo in Alabama red. I do not like the Alabama whites. I like Alabama red a lot more, just personally.
I would like to give Visar, or I would like to trade the pick, like I said, for Daniel Gafford to Dallas if we're able to get him. But if not, man, go best player available. You feel me? Cameron Carr, if he's available, I can see him going to the Knicks because Knicks got some free agents. They got to deal with, and Jordan Clarkson's an unrestricted free agent. Alvarado, I believe he has a player option, and McBride, I think they could lose McBride. So yeah, I can see that, Delfino. I can see that.
Yep. So
I can see Isaiah Evans from Duke going at 25 too. Oh, Jake had to go, Delfino, unfortunately. But I don't know if you follow me on TikTok, bro. Follow me on TikTok at Sportshead Radio. I will be going live 10 p.m. Pacific
Yeah,
time.
but now because the top defenseman in this year's NHL draft is probably going to be available at 4. So if the Sabres now have that 4th pick, and that's the thing, the Sabres drafted Owen Power #1 out of Michigan in 2021, and they drafted Rasmus Dahlin, their captain, #1 overall in 2018 in the same draft that had Quinn Hughes. So it's like, the Sabres, now you add a really good third defenseman to that defensive core to replace Byram, which is just insane. I know the player will probably go to college, but it sounds like we'll see what happens with the Hawks at 23.
Yeah, I feel you. Hey, Delfino, you missing out, bro. Chris knows I go live almost every weekday. But now from 10 p.m. Pacific time, it'll last about 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning in the West Coast. So, bro.
Zuby Ejiofor.
Oh, for Atlanta, the 23rd pick.
Yep.
You're missing out, Delfino. And today we're doing a Sports Trivia Tuesday too on my live.
Let me good scroll. Boop, 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 boop. Scroll down here. Ejiofor. I thought Ejiofor was good enough to sneak into the first round because when I gave the Spurs Alan Graves in my mock, I was giving Pete and Ejiofor heavy consideration, as I told you at the time. So I'm not surprised Ejiofor went as high as he did.
Yeah. I'm curious who the Lakers are going to get now. We're only a couple picks. We're only a pick away, man.
The Knicks getting Visar and grooming him behind Towns would just be so heartbreaking. Be so heartbreaking as a Lakers fan if that happened.
They could go Carr too, so
yeah, because Hart and Towns are their 2 UFAs in 2028.
Right.
And if they get either of them, they've got a eventual replacement to one of those UFAs, and you just got to worry about keeping that one 2028 UFA.
Seniak is solid too, Delfino. So I'm curious to see where the Knicks are going to go. So
I'm typing in Knicks right now. ESPN really going to a break while Knicks are on the clock. Really? They got a freaking dog dunking on Wemby. This crypto troll has a freaking dog dunking on Wemby. And the dog's drooling too, while Wemby's just looking at the dog's drool in admiration. Isaiah Evans is a fan favorite within the Knicks organization. No. KB. He's a Lakers Guardians fan on X. KB wants Terrace Reed Jr. Terrace Reed Jr. cannot hit a 3-point shot. He's a good defender, a good short-range, mid-range guy, but
way better. You could probably get him in the second round, to be honest with you, Chris. Yeah. I think it'd be too big of a stretch to take.
I agree, Emmanuel. I think I've got Reed in the second round.
Like people understand. Like look at the. No, you're right, Delphine. LA needs shooters. Like look at the board. You have Visar, Cameron Carr. Scroll down on the board.
Right. You got Siniak still there.
Siniak. You have Koa Pete. You know what I'm saying? Isaiah Evans. like Caravan. Like there's some good.
Caravan and Martinelli, these two seniors from Connecticut Northwestern, both averaged 20 points a game this year. You got Swigo, 7'2", 289.
Right.
So there's a lot of good talent still available.
So taking Reed right now doesn't make any sense. And I hate to say it though, Draft. It's like, have these guys watched a good amount of these college basketball?
Yeah, because when I was looking up Tobias Harris, he's not a good three-point shooter, and he was an inconsistent mid-range shooter before this season.
Right.
So that limits him to short range and defense. That's not a guy you pick in the first round. Like, we do have a trade. The Knicks are trading the pick to the Lakers.
So Lakers got 25th pick, right?
Lakers are moving up from 25 to 24.
Okay, cool.
So the Lakers.
Cool.
I really do need to use the restroom, but I will hold it in if the Lakers get Visar here. I will hold it in until the end of the first round. Okay, that is a promise to my audience. Like I would say there's maybe a 10-20% chance I might have an accident. I'm trying to avoid that. I know I need to use the restroom, but if the Lakers take Visar here, I will risk it. I will risk it because I'm a trooper. And because I want the Lakers to get a good player. I am that desperate for the Lakers to get a good player. What are the Lakers doing here? Let's find out. The Lakers are getting Chris Sinak, Carr. What are the Lakers gonna do here?
Oh, okay. Knicks are picking after.
Yep. We don't know who they're going to pick yet.
Yeah, Delfino, I agree with you, bro. I agree.
Lakers pick 24 for Kobe, and right now my early 2027 NBA Finals pick is the Lakers over the Knicks. So I'm willing to bet that this trade is going to be part of the script for next year. And you got Spike Lee with the frickin' Knicks trophy. Now they're they're preparing to rickroll Spike Lee. That is what's going to happen.
Yeah, he got his villain status. Hey, Vassar went to the Lakers?
Hearing Cameron Carr here for Knicks, who will go to the Lakers. So that means the Lakers got Cameron Carr. So Cameron Carr is a Laker.
Steal Still A+.
The simulator gave the Knicks VSAR because it ran out of time. So the simulator gave the Knicks VSAR, but Carr is a Laker. Cameron Carr is a Laker. I agree. That's an A+ pick. How many write-ups? I've only got 20 write-ups on the. I'm looking at Memphis 76ers, and then 23 was Atlanta. They kept their pick, and then the Lakers have 24, and the Knicks have 25. So I'm making sure to have that ready to go. I'm not sure if it's going to be Phylon or if it's going to be VSAR on the site. But regardless, A+ pick. I'm just going to put Carr to the Lakers. I know I know Carr is basically going to be. And the Knicks might take Sanak here. It might screw things up, but yeah. But Carr is going to be a Laker, and I think that signals the end of Austin Reeves in LA.
I don't think so. I think they're going to re-sign him.
I think they'll keep him until his contract's up, but then they'll move on from him. And they'll ease Carr will be the reason why the Knicks don't repeat. We'll just watch. He'll make the game-winning shot. If it's Knicks-Lakers in the finals next year, Carr will come off the bench. He'll make the game-winning shot. That's script. There we have it. Let's see what we got for the Knicks. The Knicks didn't add Cameron Carr. The Lakers got him. Jeez.
Well, you said who?
So the Lakers are getting Cameron Carr, but we don't know who the Knicks are getting at 25 yet. The Knicks got 24 for 25 and cash consideration. So the Lakers sending the Knicks cash considerations to move up a spot in the draft. The Knicks did not draft Cameron Carr. The Lakers did. Point Made Basketball. The Lakers got his rights. It's like, yeah. So.
Oh, his dad is Chris Carr. He played in the he was in a slam dunk contest with Kobe, I believe.
Yeah. And they traded up from 25 to 24, which is basically a tribute to Kobe Bryant.
Right.
Like it's a non-verbal tribute to Kobe Bryant because that was Kobe's number. So Knicks are getting 25 in cash considerations. The Lakers are getting Cameron Carr. I am going to start, typing some more of these picks on the Kareem Lopez. I had Kareem Lopez at 21, so yeah. Lopez is an A+ grade. Really, just Carey? I wanted Kareem Lopez, not just frickin' Carey. All right, so Lakers, they did good. The Lakers are probably going to get it.
Yeah, they did good.
Yeah. Phylon's probably going to be an A+ grade for me as well, but it's just, are we going to put Phylon on Draft Utopia for rounds 1, 16 through 30, or are we going to put VSAR if someone takes VSAR? That's really the only question that has left to be answered. Because I'm in the process of getting some of the players, getting some of the player names added to this. And then 23 was the Hawks. The Hawks took who'd the Hawks take? I forgot. They took EGFR, that's right. No, they took EGFR. Zuby EGFR was the Hawks pick at 23, and I'm going to give that a B. Because I do think EGFR was a guy who had a case to go in round 1. Not a great case, but I'm going to give that a solid flat B. And then the Lakers are going to get an A+.
Hey, Chris, you going to hop on the TikTok live tonight?
Yep.
Okay, cool.
I don't know when I'll be on TikTok, but I will be on TikTok, and great.
No, because the guys, the folks have some questions for you, bro. That's why. That's why.
I know, but my iPad, which I'm recording on TalkShoe, is at 9%. So
I got you.
That's why I said great sarcastically. I'm still participating.
I appreciate it, bro. I know they got some questions for you.
Probably should plug this into a charger, but I'm going to wait a little bit and risk it. But yeah, I want to get the Cameron Carr pick typed. I just want to get the picks listed on the site. We can do the write-ups and add that stuff later. I want to figure out, all right, are we putting VSAR on the site, or are we putting that's the thing, are we putting VSAR on the site, or are we putting that's really the only thing. And I'll stay here. We'll get all this stuff updated. And how long do the Nuggets? Oh shit! The Nuggets don't pick in 2 minutes. Auto Draft's going to give the Nuggets Chris Sinak. Because the timer, Emmanuel, to see the timer, 113 seconds.
Yeah.
I think Auto Draft's going to give the Nuggets Sinak. I think it's beyond our control. Now, I could update the simulator based on the trades that have happened, but then I'd have to re-click on all the players again. And I'll probably do that after the first round ends and I have all the grades typed.
Right.
But you probably won't be on that when that happens, and it'll be before. But yeah, so what do we got here? Let's get the Kareem Lopez grade. Let's get that up for Memphis at 21. And the New York Knicks select Sergio De La Rey. He only averaged 9.6 points per game in Spain, was not in my top 60. First F grade of the night will go to the Knicks. So I do not have a photo of Sergio De La Rey, but I do have a Spain logo. I think we have a Spain logo on Draft Utopia, so I think we can just use the Spain logo, like the Spain country flag. Yeah, we do. We have a country flag for Spain and a few other countries on Draft Utopia, so we can just use the Spain flag. And yeah, that is going to be an F grade for the Knicks. So the Knicks get the first F grade. So the Spurs get dry cornbread in a dirty creek, and the Knicks get an F grade. The Knicks get an F grade. So yeah. But yeah, that's basically what's going to happen. So yeah.
So Sergio De La Rey, he's going to the Knicks.
Yeah, and he wasn't even into my top 60. He only averaged 9.6 points per game with the team he was on, according to Tankathon. So, yeah, that's the first F grade of the draft. And somehow, dry cornbread in a dirty creek is still less tasteful than the F grade. I think the F grade's bad, but at least it's classy compared to the dry cornbread in a dirty creek. Yeah, I was going to go dry cornbread and bloomers, but then I realized, you know what, I might offend some people, might offend some big old women in San Antonio, so I was like, I'll pivot, and we'll go dry cornbread and dirty creek, because the dirty creek cornbread, if you're eating cornbread by a dirty creek, the cornbread could slip into the dirty creek. So, yeah, it's just fitting, and it's way funnier, but yeah.
Yeah.
The De La Rey is the... All right, so Nuggets, and Auto Draft gave the Nuggets Sanok, so yeah. All right, we've got the pick type for perfect. We got the Knicks pick type, and I'll add Sergio De La Rey to the draft simulator later tonight, or as soon as I get all the grades up, I'll add him to the simulator. I'm not going to add him right now, but he will be at number 61 on the simulator. I figured a player that was in my top 60 would get picked on day 2, but it wouldn't be. And the fact that I've only got to add one player, I am very relieved about that. So that means once I get these grades up, this will be a very seamless transition. Yeah. I'm going to probably copy and paste the 76ers write-up here, but we'll replace the Koa Pete with the LeBron Filan Jr. Yankees, Red Sox, Saturday, 1 p.m. ABC. Yeah, ESPN doesn't have Sunday Night Baseball, so it's either Saturday or Sunday afternoon.
Yeah.
But that's the thing, though. Like, every game ESPN uses for baseball, it's always a big market team. It's always. Like, they don't even try to hide it. They do need one more forward to round out the starting lineup, but I can't hate on the Filan pick. It's just I have to give the Filan A+ because I think Filan's an absolute steal at this point.
I'm just happy that we got Cameron Carr at 25. That's a huge steal in my opinion.
Agreed. I had Carr at 16, so that's a massive steal.
Right.
All right, so I've got 22 up. I'm getting the Zuby Ejiofor write-up right now, ready for Atlanta, and then Cameron Carr.
I know some Laker fans, they're gonna be like, "Oh, we didn't get it big." I'm like, dude, we got a steal on the draft in Cameron Carr.
Yeah, you got the best.
Like we got the best available player. Like,
yeah, I think most draft boards had Carr ahead of Visar. Okay, most average draft boards, and I don't think the doctor got the sty when she injected the steroid into my eye. I don't think she got the sty because it's still there. The bump is still there. I think she got the area outside of it. I don't think she got the exact area, but
Yeah.
you can't always win them, and you know.
Okay. We're down to the last. We're down to the last 5 picks in the draft.
Yep, the last 5 picks.
Okay.
And I'm getting the Lakers write up so I can just copy and paste it, like the Lakers starting lineup write up, not the entire write up. I'm just getting the I would have gone with a small forward, but I guess the Lakers are probably going to move. I think they're going to groom. I think they're going to groom this guy to be the eventual replacement to Austin Reeves. I really do. Cameron Carr his defense is not good, but he's an elite shooter. But I think if you fix his defense, he has a higher ceiling, an all-star caliber ceiling of a borderline NBA all-star. If you fix his defense, Austin Reeves, as good as he is, I don't think he has the ceiling to ever develop into an all-star caliber player. And the Nuggets take a guy who cannot do anything outside of defend and shoot mid-range shots, short-range shots. So,
oh, they got Terrace Reed.
That's a reach. That's a reach.
It's a reach, bro.
It is. I'm probably giving the Nuggets a C grade, maybe C minus, but this
Right.
is probably going to be a C. Solid C for me. The iPad is at 5%. It's at 4%, but I'm gonna start charging it now because it's like, and we've got a trade alert here. The Spurs are getting Terrace Reed Jr. 35 and 2 future seconds. So the Spurs, I gotta go dry cornbread and bloomers, maybe. I don't know. 35 and 2 future seconds for another center? You need a 4. You need a true 4. You've reached for 2 centers. 2! I cannot comprehend this stupidity, Emmanuel. I cannot comprehend
Yeah, I know.
I'm going to use the restroom now.
That's interesting. So, ooh, man, Reed. Bring back Biasmic on the coaching staff. I feel it, bro. I feel it. Oh, this is funny.
But yeah, I've got another update. Cam Robinson, who is the NHL Insider Elite Prospects, is hearing that the Buffalo Sabres will target a center with the 4th pick in the draft. So if Caleb Malhotra, the top center, goes 3rd to Vancouver, his dad's the new head coach at Vancouver, Manny Malhotra. So if Caleb goes 3rd, that means Vigio Bjork or Tynan Lawrence will move into the top 5, and he'll throw a curveball into the top of the draft. And then the best defender in the draft will end up dropping to number 5 because the Blackhawks traded 4 away, which is insane.
Right.
And the New York Rangers have the 5th pick. So because the Blackhawks traded 4 to the Sabres, now the Rangers are pretty much in the same spot Chicago is in, where they're going to have their pick of the litter among the defensemen, which is crazy. So the Nuggets are getting Terrace Reed Jr. and Auto Draft gave the Celtics Koa Pete. And it does look like the Celtics have zoomed in. It does look like ESPN has zoomed in on Koa Pete too, which is ironic, right? And the Spurs are taking the Spurs traded for 26. So Tobias Harris and the Celtics get Chris Sinak Jr. The freaking Celtics. Fuck Boston. They didn't take Visar though, so but still. Tobias Harris, is that the name of the Connecticut center? I'm just double checking some stuff here. Terrace Reed Jr. Terrace Reed Jr. And then Chris Sinak Jr. So I'll probably give the Celtics an A because, you could argue A plus value, but I just think there's a big gap between Visar and Sinak. My personal opinion, Emmanuel. So that's
somebody was like, "Oh well, Boston just took Sinak." I'm like, dude, Carr's a better prospect than Sinak.
Sinak he only averaged 9.5 points as a freshman. Now his traits, his tape, all that's incredible and that's great, but Visar just brings more to the table than Sinak as a center, as a big,
Right.
He just brings more to the table. So, and I think that you have to factor that into the player evaluations. I'll give the Celtics an A grade, but I'm not going to give them an A plus grade because I just think Visar is a much better player. And yeah, Kelvin Sampson, he's on the phone. Let's see what we got here. Yep, so
Some of these Laker fans are just idiotic, Chris. They're just going at they're idiotic. But hey, but you know what, Chris? I gotta get going. I gotta get ready for work.
Fair enough. I mean, there's 3 picks left, but I don't think you're missing anything.
Yeah. So I have to get ready for work. I
Yeah,
gotta check in and stuff. So
yeah, so you go do you. I will join on TikTok if whenever I'm done with I'm
okay,
probably gonna get the draft grades done on the live stream, and then whenever I'm done with that, I'm gonna grab something to eat
got you.
probably, and then it should be one by then. We'll see.
I got you. Hey, Defino, if you decide to get a TikTok, follow my name. You see right here, Sportshead Radio on TikTok. If you decide to create an account, bro, and hop on.
I
If you
just want
decide
to see. Okay, dry cornbread and Dirty Creek fits. I'm just curious. Does dry cornbread and bloomers fit?
Yeah.
Yes, it does. Dry cornbread and bloomers does fit the screen.
Hey, Delfino, it's same on my Instagram. It's my same name, Sportshead Radio. You can follow me on Instagram too. Same thing.
Awesome.
Same name on Instagram and TikTok. So you go ahead and follow me, bro. I appreciate it, bro. You hopping on and sharing your insights. So and hopping on this.
I appreciate all these people in the comments pages just giving their opinions. It's good stuff. We love talking with our audience. I know I'm busy typing all this stuff in, but I love engaging with the audience on this stuff.
Yeah, that's why I was trying to engage with them. But yeah, man, I appreciate Delfino for hopping on and the rest of the people on the chat, Tony Mack and everybody. But I got to get going, y'all.
Yep.
Peace. Y'all have a blessed.
All right.
I'll see you tonight, Chris.
Yep.
All right.
Victoria is a secret. That's going to be the next. If the Spurs take another center, Victoria is a secret. It's going to be. We're not even going to go dry cornbread. It's going to be Victoria is a secret. That's what. That's how bad this draft is. It's like this Spurs draft is so bad. I have to imitate Charles Barkley just to illustrate how bad the draft has been. And I don't want to imitate Charles Barkley. I want to be me. I want to leave the jokes to Chuck. I want to be me. Okay. I'm not saying I don't want to be you. I'm sure your lifestyle is awesome. I just want to be me. And there's nothing wrong with that. All right, so yeah, so we've got to get, we'll go back to the simulator here in a second. Oh, yeah, so, and then we'll go back to the simulator. We'll go back to the grades. I just don't know. I don't know if we're going to have, I don't know if it's going to be Phylan or Visar. I don't know. There's 3 picks left. If Visar is not picked in the first round, we will go with Phylan. But yeah. I need to blow my nose. I'll be right back. No, now that Adam Silver's here to announce the pick. Joshua Jefferson, power forward, Iowa State. So the Brooklyn Nets are getting Joshua Jefferson. They need a center, not a power forward, but yeah, that's what they're going to do. So, yeah. That is a bad pick. I think Brooklyn really needed to get a center. You got Visar, you got Luigi Squigo. They're both better value picks than anyone on the board still. And yeah, so I think right now the Cavs and the Mavericks are going to end the first round here. But I'm going to wash my hands. I think I sneezed. I'm still on TalkShoe, by the way, but it's charging. It's at 6%. It was at 5%. It was at 4%. It's now at 6%. Yeah. Yeah, so. So, yeah. There's 2 picks left. I'm very happy with the Lakers draft. Yeah, Blackhawks, they traded. I think he was the number 5. No, he's the number 6 guy because they had Eric Johnson. They had Eric Johnson when they won the Cup in 22. Eric Johnson was on Colorado back then before he retired. And then they traded him to Buffalo. And he was the number 5 guy in Buffalo. So you're getting a guy whose only experience in the NHL is a number 6 defenseman role with the Colorado Avalanche, number 5 defenseman role with the Buffalo Sabres. And you're trading the 4th pick in the draft in a really strong defensive draft for that. So he's got the right idea, wrong player. It's going to be Lawrence. The Sabres take a center in the top 5. It's going to be Tynan. It's going to be your boy Tynan Lawrence. And the Flames are going to New York at 6. Now, Sabres, I had Tynan Lawrence and the Sabres in my very first mock draft back in the preseason. So Sabres go with the center and Lawrence. It's going to be Tynan. It's going to be Tynan Lawrence. He's going to be the guy who goes forward. And everyone's going to be wondering, what the hell? Yeah, so we got 2 picks left. And I'm just waiting for the hands to dry. I'm waiting for the hands to dry. This would be like trading away This would be the equivalent of trading away a top 5 pick in the draft to get Shadur Sanders. That is basically how I would describe the trade. But yes, the Sacramento Kings are moving up with the Cleveland Cavaliers at 29. So the Sacramento Kings are going to be. I mean, that's just not smart. Look at the defensemen. There's like 4 or 5 really good defensemen that are worth a top 10 pick, and you could end up having your pick of all of those defensemen at 4. So that's just not a smart trade. That is worse than taking Stribling in round 2. Alex Caravan. So the Sacramento Kings are getting Alex Caravan at 29, which is very fitting because the simulator auto drafted Alex Caravan. So yeah. So the Sacramento Kings are getting Alex Caravan. I do actually like this pick. And I'll add Sergio De La Reyna to the simulator too. But yeah, we're on the last pick in the NBA draft here. Thank you guys so much for tuning in here on TalkShoe and Restream. They did. The Lakers got a steal in the draft. Okay, like, just to point out how bad this is, like, this would literally be the equivalent of trading a top 5 pick in the draft away for, I don't know, who is... Maybe he'll do that with Chicago, but I just think that's a horrible decision. And now you don't have a first-round pick this year, so I mean, I think this is going to be the trade that gets Kyle Davidson fired. I think he'll be fired, and they'll end up drafting DuPont. Koa Pete is a Maverick, so the Mavericks get another power forward. So Koa Pete, yeah, which I don't understand. I do like Koa Pete, but you just drafted All right, so now that we know Filan's going to be the player that we put on the cover for round 1. Yeah, I mean, don't do this to me. Yes, so basically, we've got the pick island now up, and so yeah, you got the dry cornbread and dirty creek grade. So we're on the last 4 grades here. Yeah, Joshua Jefferson ended up going. Yep. So I'll add Sergio De La Rey to the draft simulator, so it's at exactly 61 players. Um, and then you got the Cleveland Cavaliers. They took Caravan at 29. And then yeah, so Yeah, so we've got our write-ups here. We've got 27, 28, 29, and 30. And then we're going to add Sergio De La Rey to the draft simulator. We'll update and I do need to update that. Yeah, so all right, we're adding one player. Like, we're adding one player to the draft simulator, only one player, and then we're done. Okay? We're adding one player to the draft simulator so that we have everything. And yeah, I'm using Spain. I'm not using Valencia Basket. I think Valencia Basket's the name of the team he plays for, but I'm not. I've already typed in Spain. Okay, we do have a Valencia basket photo. On second thought, we are going to use that. Yeah. Okay. All right, so six six two oh four. So all right. I think we've got all the grades up. I'm just double checking. Make sure all the write-ups have been typed, finalized. So, yeah. We do. And, yeah. All right, so now I'm going to share this tab. We will be back tomorrow with Henry v. Sarr. All right, so recapping everything. Dibanza went first, Peterson second, Boozer third, Wagler went fifth to the Clippers, Mikel Brown went to the Brooklyn Nets, Kings got a Cuff, Hawks got Flemings, and number 9 was where this Morris Johnson went to the Mavericks. Bucks took Burries at 10. Lendeborg went 11th. Mara went 12th. Amont went 13th. Steinbach went 14th. Bulls took Swayan. Bennett Stirs went to the Thunder at 16. And then you began to see the reaches here. McCory went 17th. Hornets took Christian Anderson 18. Toronto got Alan Graves at 20 or 19. And then the Spurs reached for him. Acquaintance. Number 21 was the Grizzlies pick. They took Kareem Lopez. 22 went to the 76ers. They got Phelan. LeBron Phelan Jr. That's really good value that late in the draft. And then 23 went to the Hawks. They took Ejiofor. I considered putting Ejiofor in round 1, so I don't dislike that pick. And then the Lakers ended up getting Cameron Carr. And then the Knicks made probably the worst pick of this entire damn simulator here. Just scroll all the way down to 61 to... Wait. Hold on a flipping second. 5. We didn't add number 5. That's why. That's on me. That's on me. Scroll all the way down to 17, Morris Johnson. And then Burries went 10th. And then you got Lenny Borg at 11, Mara at 12. Ament, I believe, went 13th. Yes, Ament went 13th. 14. And then 15 belonged to Swain went 15th. And then 16 was Sturts. 17 was O'Corey. Graves went 19. And then you go down to 23, Zuby Ejiofor. And then we'll go back to the top of this board here. The Lakers took Cameron Carr. And then we got to go all the way down to 61. The NBA Draft Simulator now officially has 61 players. And the Knicks ended up getting the worst player instead of the Celtics. But, yeah. The Knicks reached at 61. They took the worst player on the board. But, yeah, Sergio De La Rey wasn't even on the board. We only put 60 players in the simulator, so we had to add him. So now we got an exact total. And then I believe Terrace Reed went... yeah. Spurs reached for him. Celtics took Sinak. And then 28 was Brooklyn taking him. Kings took Caravan. And the the Mavericks wrapped up. Okay, so that's the board. That is everything that happened tonight. Visar made it to round 2. Isaiah Evans made it to round 2. Martinelli, Luigi Swigo. 4 of my top 30 players are on the board. And then, so 4 of my top 30 cracked the second round. So overall, I thought a lot of teams did well. And before I sign off, I want to count the total number of A-plus grades for the entire first round. We had 16 for the MLS 1. I think we had 12 in the top 15, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. That's 3, 4. So we had 16. So NBA tied MLS for 16 A-plus grades in the first round. NBA tied MLS. It didn't surpass MLS. I thought it was going to surpass MLS. It tied MLS for 16 first round A-plus grades. All right. That is what I was curious about. I will be back tomorrow at 8 p.m., everybody. Wait, hold on. You want me to... all right, let me see what's in the chat room here. Let me see if there's anything in the chat room here. Deflino, crispy type and loud, laughing emoji. Yes. Yes. All right, yeah. I appreciate all the comments, guys. I'm going to finish typing the ticker, though, before we sign off. I'm going to finish typing the ticker, because I never finished typing the ticker here on Restream. So I'm going to finish typing that. All right, so we got the entire first round listed. All right, so I just wanted to post that, and yeah. All right, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I'm going to sign off on TalkShoe. I'm going to bring the TalkShoe in here, run through the ticker, and then we're signing off. I mean, this was a blast. We got the iPad from 4% all the way up to 20%. Had a lot of fun covering all these picks. But yeah, so that's going to do it for day 1 of the NBA draft. We will be back for day 2 tomorrow. So long. And yeah, we'll actually go through the ticker one more time. But yeah, this is pretty much over. We've covered all the picks. We've covered all the grades. We've showed you guys everything on the simulator. And yeah, so that's going to do it. I'm basically just waiting until the ticker gets to 30, all 30 teams in the first round. And then we're ending the show. Then we're ending everything, and we're going to call it a day. I'm debating, do I want pigs in a blanket? Do I want meatloaf, or do I want steak? If you're still in the chat room, what should I eat? But yeah, first round of the NBA draft's over. 26 of my 30 first-round players got picked. 4 of my top 30 are still on the board, including 1 player in the lottery range at number 11. So, yeah. But yeah, you can see the board here. Yeah, so, all right. Good show. All right, cool. We'll be back for round 2 tomorrow.